Cumhuriyet is the oldest upmarket Turkish daily newspaper. Headquartered in Istanbul, the newspaper has also offices in Ankara and Izmir. Established on 7 May 1924 by journalist Yunus Nadi Ablyoglu, a confidant of the Turkish Republic's founder Ataturk, the newspaper has subscribed to a staunchly secular Republic course. In the past closely affiliated with the Kemalist Republican People's Party, the center-left newspaper turned to a more independent course over time, while still advocating democracy, social liberal values and free markets. Since the AKP's rise to power, Cumhuriyet has been particularly renowned for its impartial, occasionally courageous journalism. In 2015 it was awarded the Freedom of Press Prize by international NGO Reporters Without Borders for making a stand against the government's mounting pressure. Shortly thereafter, Cumhuriyet's editor-in-chief Can Dündar and the newspaper's Ankara representative Erdem Gül were arrested, facing sentences up to life imprisonment. During the last decade, the newspaper's staff has also been physically attacked, with the 2008 Molotov attack against Cumhuriyet's headquarters in Istanbul's Sizli district being particularly significant. Distribution. The circulation figure is around 58,000 copies as of 2005. On 7 May 1998 the newspaper went on internet version. History. Following the death of Yunus Nadi on 28 March 1945 in Geneva, Switzerland, Cumhuriyet was owned by his eldest son Nadir Nadi until his death on 20 August 1991. Nadir Nadi's wife Beren then published the newspaper. Cumhuriyet is owned by the Cumhuriyet Foundation since the death of Beren Nadi on 5 November 2001. One of its publishers was the renowned political columnist İlhan Selçuk, who was also chairman of the Board of Trustees until he died in 2010. During the Gulf War, Cumhuriyet suffered a collapse in advertising revenue, and following an unrelated dispute over editorial policy, nearly 40 journalists and commentators walked out in November 1991. Circulation fell by half, and it was saved only by an extraordinary campaign by readers to buy extra copies and even pay money into a special account. Hasan Cemal, chief editor since 1981, resigned in January 1992 over the dispute. I tried to widen the spectrum to keep the balance, but they always resisted, calling us plotters, tools of big business and the United States. Since 17 October 2005, the newspaper's headquarters are located in Istanbul's Sizli district. After being the last newspaper to leave the traditional press district Kagağaloglu, Cumhuriyet's office in Istanbul was the site of a Molotov attack in 2008. In 2010, the newspaper was one of the first upmarket newspapers in Turkey to abandon the established broadsheet format for the midi-sized Berliner format. In January 2015, the newspaper reprinted cartoons from Charlie Hebdo, a French satirical magazine which had depicted the Islamic prophet Muhammad and been subject to a terror attack. As a result, Cumhuriyet received threats and was placed under police protection. Truck scandal. Following the appointment of new editor-in-chief Can Dündar, the newspaper on 29 May 2015 released detailed footage depicting trucks of Turkish National Intelligence Organization carrying weapons to rebels in neighboring Syria. Subject of the 2014 truck scandal, while the government faced calls to resign, an investigation began into Cumhuriyet for releasing the footage. Turkish President Erdogan publicly targeted Dündar, stating, "I suppose the person who wrote this as an exclusive report will pay a heavy price for this." In spite of the threats, on June 11, Cumhuriyet published further material, including photos and videos confirming that trucks transported both weapons and militants between Turkey and various locations in neighboring Syria. In November, the newspaper was awarded the 2015 Reporters Without Borders Prize for its independent and courageous journalism. Shortly thereafter, Editor-in-Chief Dündar and Ankara Bureau Chief Erdem Gül were arrested on charges of being members of a terror organization, espionage and revealing confidential documents, facing sentences up to life imprisonment. Notable contributors. Supplements of the newspaper: Strategy, Mondays; Kitap, Thursdays; Bilim Teknoloji, Fridays; Haftason News, Saturdays; Pazar, Sundays; Gezi, every other Wednesday; Tarım, once a month; Yerel Yönetimler.